So anything you need, like props, blocks, strap.
Look at my purse real quick. I think I forgot my phone at home.
Okay.
Just so I know, like, if my kid calls me. But... Oh, you know what? You know why? Because my purse is in my car. Okay.
So anything you might need to support your practice. You want to make sure you have those. And then we'll just start by grounding our sits bones down into our mat, lengthening through the crown of our head, through our spine, relaxing the shoulders down. And only when you're ready, you should start to close your eyes. Bring awareness to your breath. And just notice the depth of your breath and where your breath lies in your body. Bring attention to your mind and start to observe the mind just as it is. So notice maybe a sense of quiet, or maybe it's already pretty busy. And just remind yourself that with each thought you have the opportunity to allow your breath to calm those thoughts. Start to bring awareness to your physical body. Bring that focus to your sitting bones, where you're grounded into your mat. And then shift your focus to your hips, your waistline. Just observe if there's any kind of tightness or tension. Drawing your focus back around, circling around your belly, around your navel, your lower back. And just envision this circling continuously, going and moving up the trunk of the body. Just be aware if you are rushing or going very slow with this envision. Coming to the heart, allowing the breath to expand on the chest and the back of the heart. Focus to your neck, the front and the back and the sides. And focus to your face, the chin, the lips, your cheeks, your nose, your eyes, forehead, the back of your skull, and the top of your head. Take another breath. exhale out the lips. When you're ready, you can dip your chin to your chest. Exhale out. And then start to blink your eyes open, bring your chin back up to center. Start to roll your shoulders back. Last 2 and 1. Bring your arms out in front of you, palms float down, and then on your, so a couple of cat-cows with the spine. So open the heart, inhale, and then exhale, round back through the spine. So depending on how you want to come with your arms, you can open up with cactus arms, and then exhale, hands come to your lap, round through the spine, open up through the chest. Start to deepen through your breath. Allow your breath to bring your body at ease. Just slowly opening up through the trunk of the body. Last full breath here. And back to center, roll the shoulders down. Bring the soles of your feet together. And then depending on if you need to support this morning, you can take your blocks and you can bring wedges all the way underneath your knees, or just enough so that you can still press your knees down towards your mat. So you're still getting that opening of the inner thighs. And then you also still have the option of bringing a blanket underneath your sitting bones so that you have that length through your spine. And then give or take your feet coming closer to the body for a deeper stretch, or further away from the body if you want that gentler stretch. Allow your breath to travel the bottom of your spine all the way up. And just keep this in vision with your breath. So bring your attention to your spine. And with this breathing exercise, you're just allowing the breath to get deeper and lengthen as you inhale all the way to the top of the cervical spine, so the bottom of the skull. And then exhale down, back down to the tailbone, the coccyx point. And just take your time lengthening through your breath. As you do this, allow parts of your body to loosen and feel less tense. So you can imagine maybe letting something go, whether it's words or tension. Kind of just like letting them release a little bit at a time. Attention back to the natural cadence of your breath. If you have your eyes closed, and blink them back open. On your next inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. You can place your fingers into your hip crease if you'd like. but always stay lengthened through the crown of your head. Take a little deeper, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold. You can think of your hips and your pelvis right now as a lotus flower. So as you're breathing in, it's opening up, and then it's closing on the exhale. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, release your blocks from the side or from your knees. And if you have a blanket underneath your sits bones, just place it to your side. And then transition to tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And ground the tops of your feet into your mat. So press your toes into your mat. Take your inhale back, so you're lifting or taking your tailbone towards your heel, but not quite touching. And then exhale, pressing your forehead or your head forward. And then with this, allow yourself to kind of move in any direction that feels good to your body right now. So maybe it's side to side, or maybe it's creating a half circle or a full circle, allowing yourself to come maybe counterclockwise back towards the heels. But just small circles to start, and then you can get bigger. Just allow this movement to feel natural and not to force anything just yet. Just because we're starting out our morning and things might still be not quite awake yet or just not ready to move. Slowly wake everything up. Not just the body, but the mind. And then from here, come back to tabletop. And then walk your hands to the right of your mat, creating a C shape or even like a banana asana into our tabletop. And take your gaze over your right shoulder. Maybe if you're ready, you can bump your hips to the left. If that feels a little bit too much, you can keep them back into center from your tabletop. Here, really breathe into your left hip, opening up the left side of your body. Root down through your fingertips, press your mat away from you. Your next inhale, walk back to center. And now on your exhale, walk to the left side of your mat. When you're ready, you can take your gaze over your left shoulder. And then give yourself that option to bump your hips to the right. Or if it's too much, stay to the center. Root down through your palms of your hands, push your mat away. Inhale, walk back to center, and exhale. Step your feet back into plank or one knee stays down for modified. Bend into your knees, lift at your hips. Down dog, take your gaze towards your feet. Bring a bend into your knees, relax your shoulders down. Even lower your seat a little bit if you need more modified. And then take this opportunity to either pedal your heels or shake left to right into your hips. Just bringing extra or just more movement into your asana today. Inhale, exhale to plank. Step your right foot forward, hands frame your foot. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes, grab the top of your feet into your mat. Inhale, arms all the way up above your shoulders. Lower your shoulders down, turn your pinkies in. Cartwheel your left hand to the inside of your foot or place your block there. Twist to the right side of your mat, opening up to revolving low lunge. You can take your gaze to the right side of your mat or through your armpit. Root down through your right foot and the top of your left foot. Root up through the fingertips. Cartwheel your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Block under your hand for support. Tuck your left toes under. Lift through the hips. Take a step in. So your feet are on railroad tracks and your left foot is pointed 45 degrees out. Play with your blocks. Maybe you need to lengthen up a little bit more. Start to straighten through your front leg. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, forward fold. Bring your nose towards your thigh or your knee. Relax your shoulders down. Pyramid pose. So root down through your feet. Bring the energy up through the earth and into your legs. Allow your legs to become strong and strengthen the top part of your body. Walk your blocks in front of your right foot. Square your hips to your mat and lift through your right foot, lifting your left foot, lifting your leg, so that your leg comes straight out of your hip, warrior three. And then root down through your right foot, creating a foundation, support for your body. Modify can stay onto the blocks, but if you're ready, you can start to lift through the heart, open up through the arms. Arms can come out to the side, prayer hands to the heart. Bring your hands back down to your blocks. Start to open up through the left hip. Turn your hip to the left side of your mat. Take your right block and bring it to the corner of your mat. So it's going to come kind of like a diagonal from your right foot. And then you can start to open up through the left shoulder. Take your gaze to the left side of your mat. half moon. And then gently move back so that your hips and your left side of your body is squared to your mat. Lower down through the left foot, 45-degree angle. Turn your hips to the front of your mat, lift warrior one. Bend into your front knee, lower your shoulders. Take a breath here, relax down into your feet. Open up through the arms, palms float up. Relax your shoulders. Bring your hands to your hips. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Start to bring circles, small circles through the hips. Switch directions. And then step the feet out into a 45-degree angle. Outside of your mat, sink down into your knees, bend into your knees, and lower your tailbone down. Start to circle here. Maybe switch directions. And then come to stillness. Sink down towards the mat with your bottom here. Bring your fingers to a Gaya Mudra. So index finger meets your thumb. Open up through the rest of your fingers. Take a breath. Next breath, exhale, straighten through the legs, turn the toes forward. Release your hands down into low mountain Tadasana. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands can come to your blocks or to your mat. Release your head from your neck. Start to shake your head, yes. And no. And then modified can stay here, or you can deepen this stretch to the back of your legs, placing your hands, reaching them back between your legs, maybe bringing a bend into your knees, or lowering your seat a tad. Either reach back beyond your feet, or you can reach for your heels. Pull your shoulders down. Inhale, half lift, lengthen through the crown of your head. Step your feet together, and then step your right foot back into that 45-degree angle onto your railroad track. Bend through the knee. Lengthen through your blocks, and then lift through the right leg. Hips square down to your mat, warrior three. And then dorsiflex your right toes so that they point down and they're not flexing back. And then you have the option to either stay here for modified or lift through the heart. Hands to heart, or open up through the arms. Next breath, bring the hands back down to your blocks. Start to open up through your right hip. Open up through the shoulder. And then take your block, bring it to the other side of your mat, the left corner. And then open up through the shoulder. And take the arm above the shoulder if you choose. Take your gaze to the right side of your mat. Cartwheel your right hand back down to your block. Readjust your left block back in alignment with your right. Close your right hip. Lower your right foot down so it's 45-degree angle, but straighten through the front leg. So check on your stance. You want enough so that you can come into a pyramid pose. Blocks become next to the left foot. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, bring your nose towards your thigh or your knee. And then bring a soft bend into your front knee so we're not locking that knee joint out. Notice if you're shrugging your shoulders into your ears, relax your shoulders down. Take another breath. Inhale, half lift. Step your right foot to meet your left. And depending on if you plan on using your blocks for your sun salutations, you can either place them to the side or in front of you. Inhale, arms out and all the way up. Exhale to heart. Okay, so you can either start with half sun salutations or we'll come into our sun salutation C's.
Okay, I don't need to do the half. We can do that.
Okay. All right, so inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come under the shoulders, step the left foot back. High lunge, step the right foot plank. Lower your knees down, sink your hips back. Bend into your elbows, scoop your head forward, lower your hips. Cobra. Knees back down, tuck your toes under, reverse plank. Your knees can stay down if you choose. Hips come all the way up and back, down dog. Step your right foot forward, then your left. Inhale out and up. Exhale to heart. Take a breath. Forward fold. Step your left foot back. Then your right. Lower your knees, hips back. Bend into your elbows, scoop your head forward, lower it down, cobra. Exhale down, tuck your toes under. Reverse plank, down dog. Left foot steps forward, then right. Inhale out and up, exhale to heart. One more, both sides. Inhale, exhale. Step your right foot back. Lower your knees, touch your hips back. Bend into your elbows, sink forward. Cobra. Exhale down, tuck your toes under. Knees can stay down or up. Reverse plank. Down dog. Right foot first. Left follows. Inhale up. Exhale to heart. Forward fold. Left back. Right follows. Lower your knees. Hips back. Bend into the elbows. Cobra. Exhale. Tuck the toes. Reverse plank. Down dog. Left foot. Right follows. Inhale up. Exhale to heart. Take a breath. Hands come down next to the thighs. Step your right foot out to the right side of your mat so your toe points out. Straighten through the leg, arms come all the way out, relax your shoulders. Slide your trunk to the right side of your mat. Hand comes down alongside of the thigh, or you can bring your block to the inside of your foot. Lengthen up through the left arm. And adjust the shoulder here so it pulls back and down. So with triangle pose, you can open up through the left side of the body. Option to breathe here, or you can lift up through the, so root up through the left fingertips and come back down. So you're sliding up and down through the abdomen. Keep your obliques activated. Last two. And one. Place your hand onto your block or next to your cat. Circle backward through the shoulder. Circling your arm forward and then back. Nice and gently and slow. Be mindful of your body. Mindful of your shoulder. Last two. And one. Reverse, bring your left hand to the back of your left thigh. Open up to the right side. Arms come back to a T. Turn your right toes forward. Wide stance with the legs. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into your knees. Turn your toes out. And then you can take your block if you choose, or you can sink down, hovering your glutes above your mat. So depending on how deep you can go, you can slide your heels in underneath of your sitting bones, and you can sink down onto your block. Or you can stay up here, widen the stance into the hips, and stay here. Turn the toes forward, rock through the hips. Turn the left toes to the right or the left side of your mat. Widen with the arms, slide with the abdomen, and then your block will come to the inside of your left foot for support. Take your gaze up towards your right fingertips if you're able to. And same thing, option to stay here or activate through the obliques and pull up through the fingertips and pull down through the fingertips. Nice and controlled sliding movement. Last two. And one. Reverse your right hand to the back of your thigh. Open up to the left side. Bring your arms back to a T. Adjust your block. Turn your toes forward. Shake through the hips, so rounding down through your feet. step your feet in together. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop back into plank. Lower your knees down to sink your hips back towards your heels, untuck your toes, child's pose. Try to keep the arms lengthened, opening up through the armpits. Another breath here. Exhale out. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You can use a block or you can roll up a blanket. So if I roll the blanket, I would roll it up to the biggest roll that I can. Widen your knees and your shins as wide as your mat. Toes point back at first. You can slide the blanket or blankets or pillow underneath. And then start to turn your toes outward and walk your knees away. So let's see. So for me, I had my block under there and the blanket, just for that extra support. So it's more of a gentle opening through the hips here. So this could be an advantage for you, or it could be a disadvantage. So choose if the blanket is an assist or a not so much of an assist. Hands are underneath of your shoulders, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, sink down into your hips. And then you have the option to really deepen the stretch by coming down into your forearms.
I'm just gonna stay up.
Okay. So this stretch can be a little bit extra if you're not used to opening up through the hips here into frog pose. So I invite you to take a few breaths to really help your hips to open a little bit more deeper. So you can think of that lotus flower opening and then closing. So just focus on that image of the flower. Just allow yourself permission to allow your breath to deepen your stretch into your hips and your thighs. Ensure you're pressing your mat away from your hands. Start to gently, you'll walk the heels in first, and then lift off of your support and walk your knees in, heels in, knees in. And then eventually your tops of your feet will come into your mat. Tabletop. Drop your belly down, lift your gaze. Exhale, round through your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Sink back into your heels. We always have the option of placing the block between our knees and then connecting the side of the block to the back so you can sink back onto your block instead of your heels, so your heels don't go down. Relax your shoulders down. Take a breath. And then drop your hands down alongside of your body. Come into reverse prayer, so we'll walk our pointer and our middle finger to connect behind your lower back first, where your shoulders back and down. And then taking the opportunity to connect your ring finger and your pinky finger as it starts to travel more up your back. So I'll switch. Let's see. So stay nice and straight through the hips. Shoulders are stacked on top of the hips. Pull your shoulders back and down. And then just listen to your body. Being down here at your sacrum might just be enough of a stretch for you for your, your shoulders, or you can try moving it up. Just make sure you're not forcing the stretch. Take a breath. Exhale, ground down. Next breath, gently let go, one finger at a time, pulling your prayer hands down to your lower back, and then until eventually they just release. Shake out your hands. And then reach your right hand across to the left side of your shoulder, and then left hand to the right. So you want to grab the back of our shoulder blades. Allow your shoulder or your elbows just kind of relax by the heart. Shoulders pull down. And then start to release there, and then switch sides. So the left will come on the top, right on the bottom, and then release down. And just notice if you're holding into your hips, so tendency to hold up here, like lift your hips and then hold. Try to relax your sitting bones down into your block. Relax your feet. Just opening through the back of the shoulder blades and the heart. Counter stretching the reverse prayer. Next breath, gently start to release the fingertips and allow the hands to gently glide across the backs of the arms and down. Sliding the hands down the thighs, onto the knees. Take a breath in, slide the fingers up. Exhale, release the fingers down alongside of the hips. Allow the arms to be very loose. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Coming off of your blocks. Just taking whatever you need to come into your Shavasana. Onto your back. If you want, you can place your blocks underneath your knees, really wedge them, put your feet together, and then when you roll back, you can choose to place a small little roll for your lower back, so your lumbar spine is supported. And then come all the way down, pull the shoulders down away from your ears. And then just know if this reclined position gets to be too much, you can just lengthen through your legs and open up through your feet or roll onto your side. You can even place your feet into your mat and allow your knees to fall knock knee together. And just give yourself permission to just surrender into Shavasana. Notice your breath just as it is. Allow Mother Earth to support you. Allow your feet to become lighter, your knees, and your hips. Allow the trunk of your body to become lighter, and your shoulders. Allow your head to become lighter, and your heart. Allow yourself just to relax into this moment. Should any thoughts come back into your mind, just focus on your breath. bring awareness back into the breath. Notice the breath where it's at in the body at this moment. Bring awareness to your mind. Affirmations. I am loved. I am beautiful. I will live today in the present moment. Bring awareness to your physical body. And toes. Allow yourself to start to move. And giving yourself the opportunity to either roll onto your side, take any last movements that your body might need. On your next breath, come up to seated, easy seated or half lotus, or you bring the blocks back underneath of your knees. Lengthen through the spine, through the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders down. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Bring your hands to your solar plexus, so just below the sternum or the breast. And we'll take a full breath in and then exhale out, and then we'll do the hum. Activate, and then when we're done with our hum, the second hum, we'll dip our chin to our chest. We'll trap that energy at our throat, and then when we exhale, we'll exhale everything out so that energy comes back up to the top of our head. Okay? One full breath in, out, in, chin. Hold the breath. Exhale, chin back up. Exhale out. Hands come to prayer. The wild one within me honors the wild one within you. Namaste. Beautiful job.